Namaste, everybody. Peace and blessings. Grand Rising. It's a beautiful day to be alive, a beautiful day to be us, a beautiful day to be in tune. I'm going to let things bake for a little bit before I get into it. Say hello to everybody. It's a wonderful, beautiful rising, a beautiful rising for everybody to be here. I appreciate the love, the light, the insight. We're also streaming live on YouTube as well, Grand Rising Supreme Day. Letting everybody know that we're on all platforms. We're enjoying this life, enjoying every blessing, enjoying every moment that we have on this earth. We're giving gratitude and thanks for this wonderful opportunity to even have the technologies that we have, because we are not ungrateful. We are very aware that everything we have is a blessing. We are very aware that we have things here in America that other people don't have. We have so much cognizance and awareness of the blessings that we have. How we doing, YouTube? That we're not walking with our chin up because of ego. We're walking with our chin up because of confidence. Thank you, the professor. How you doing? We're understanding that everything we have in our life is a blessing, and it's not guaranteed. So we give thanks to everything that we do, everything that we experience. That's how we're starting this day off. We're starting our day off in gratitude, with humbleness, but with fortitude, with strength, with confidence. We don't bend, we don't break. We may yield so that we can get what we need to take, but we never bend and we never fall victim to anybody. We are not victims, we're strong. We walk into our power with confidence. We understand that thoughts become things, and that everything we put our mind to, we will align with, and it will raise our vibration, match the vibration of that which we need, and pull it into our existence. So let's get comfortable before I jump in. Let's talk about it. Today, we're going to go over some things that everybody needs to know. The first thing we're going to talk about is what everybody else is talking about. When it comes to the intelligence game, what you have to understand is intelligence drives operations. More specifically, the context, the way that people are perceiving the intelligence, how they're being fed the intelligence is 99% of the time how people are going to regurgitate the intelligence. And what am I talking about specifically? John F. Kennedy, Epstein files, everybody's running full speed to download these Epstein files. Everybody wants to know what's in the Epstein files, who was doing who and what was doing what, and how old were the girls and how are these things going. All of those different narratives of distraction, because that's what they are, NODs, narratives of distraction, are keeping you off the center of the real play of the digital ID vacuum. And that's okay, because we're going to unpack how do you look at the Epstein files? How do you digest it? Because a lot of you want to digest the Epstein files. I want to know, not good, bad, or indifferent. It's not my opinion. It's not my position to tell you whether or not that's your business or not. Some people in here really want to know about the Epstein files, and that's fine, because there are some pedophiles, and most of the pedophiles are at the top of these religious systems that you're paying your money to and your attention to. So yes, go dig into it, but here's some insights. Whenever somebody in life, you can take this with you with everything you do, whenever somebody vacillates, teases you, baits you with information, then pulls it back, then baits you with information and pulls it back. And here you go, have this, and then they pull it back. They're creating an energetic vacuum for you to fall into. It's a trap. Why not just give out the Epstein files in the beginning like you said you were going to do? Why not just do that? Why? Because they wanted to create the suspense. Where there's suspense, there's anxiety, and most of you don't meditate. Most of you don't know how to hold your energy in. So if somebody baits you, you're like, oh, give it to me, please. I really need it in my body. Oh my God, I really want it. I need it in my life. Oh my God, give it to me now. I'll do anything. Do you want me to get, I'll show you my nipples. What do you want? Because you're not meditating. You're not centered. You're not motivated by the things that are good for your soul. You're motivated by the bait and the carrots that they're putting in front of you. Most of you that want to know what's going on in the Epstein files probably have never been abused, are not a part of a movement that wants to seek justice. You just want to have the information so you can have something negative to talk about in these places that you go that they don't even matter. So you run aimlessly, blind, dumb, deaf, and blind. You go into these places and you download these informations and you say, I know exactly whose dick who was sucking who and who was Okay, now your computer is infected. Why? Oh no, I'm a cybersecurity invest. Watch, they're gonna come in the comments. I'm a cybersecurity. Listen, I was a spy. You were just learning cybersecurity. I was doing this a long time ago. Okay? We were doing embedded code in PDFs that had zero knowledge, zero signatures, zero date exploits embedded in the PDFs that we would buy and tell Apple and tell Unix, tell people, listen, don't put a patch on this because we're going to use this for intelligence. If you don't think that happens in today's world, then continue to be a sheep. You're in this channel because I'm teaching you things that the future will never tell you. I'm teaching you things behind the veil. If you download those documents, not only are they embedded with specific kinds of code that your computer can recognize so it can see where you're going, where you've put the documents, where are you with the documents. It is one big situation that can identify more things about your attributes. How do you feel about it? Does that make sense? Now that we understand that, we're going to stay focused and understand that when you want to download things like that, it's best to do it through a proxy, a sandbox. What is a sandbox? When you're creating a sandbox, the reason why you create sandbox, and we're not going to go into the details from sandboxing and how to create it because most of you are not technically inclined and it would take too much time to get everybody up to speed on how to build a sandbox. But if you are a law firm, if you have a case that you need to build, this is what we build for you as well. We do consultations for all types of organizations, but mainly high net worth individuals. So here we go. Most specifically, when you are ever looking at evidence, if anybody sends you an email and there's a graphic in the email, if you open up those files and you wonder why there's actually embedded videos, embedded photos in the files, in the emails that should be rich text format, every single image that renders on your computer has to go through a renderer, through a codec situation. And that codec has the ability to process code that may be malicious, that maybe your malware, 90% of people don't even use malware. 90% of people are still using Windows. Those Windows machines that use whatever the Windows Defender, those signatures that are in Windows Defender are in cahoots with the United States government, so they can remove signatures even if you have heuristic detection, Norton. They're all compromised. Compromised meaning what? This is not a tinfoil hat. You cannot believe me today and you'll believe me tomorrow when they come out on the news and some whistleblower says, you know what? It's so crazy because Norton and Windows have been selling their antivirus signature databases or their ability to identify malware and their signatures to corporations and government entities so that people can evade them. I know. I'm the technical Alex Jones, except I'm the Jason Tate. Unlike other people, I actually worked behind the veil. I actually did these things. And this is not me trying to convince you. I'm saying, hey, do what you want to do. When you have anomalies that show up and you're like, I feel like somebody knows everything that I'm saying. I just feel like they know my next moves. I feel like I can't even have any secrets. I feel like somebody's watching me. Does that make sense? When you start having those feelings and you start you're understanding that you're using an unpatched Windows machine and you don't put security on your routers and you don't put security on anything around you, I wonder why you feel that way. You've got lice, you've got fleas, you've got ticks of the electronic kind, okay? So now that you understand that, we're going to understand that if you're compelled to download those files from the United States government because you want to have something to talk about or you want to create a case, you need to create a sandbox, an isolated system that is independent from any network connectivity, that is going to be compromised. So you're going to use it as a throwaway. Once you're finished, you're never going to connect it to your network. You're going to go to a public location, download it from a place that you don't go all the time, put your phones away, put your phones in a Faraday, and then download that information. Does anybody have any questions about how to download the Epstein files or any other government files, especially if you're downloading things from court systems? If you're going into county records and you're looking up county records, you need to do it on an isolated system because we live in a world where the government and other entities are infecting our devices and infecting our documents so that they can have access to understand our movements so they can create better lockdowns with digital ID. Am I sounding crazy? Because if I am, please leave. Please go. We don't even need you here. There's other places where you can go and smoke whatever you smoke with those people. Am I making sense? I need some interaction here, some love, some likes. I'm not here for my time. I'm here for your energy. So Do you want me here or not? Let me see some love. I don't see. Okay, good. Thank you so much, Zay Amazing. I'm not asking any questions unless you are sending donations, unless you sent a cash app. I don't need, I'm just telling you from my script. So I ain't got time for your questions. Oh, I know I'm not crazy. I'm just saying that it was a rhetorical question. Thank you. So here we go. Don't ask questions. If you have questions, send a cash app first and say, hey, I sent you a cash app, or I sent you some Bitcoin, or I sent you some Monero, or I sent you those things. So we already went over the situation with how to ensure that you've created a sandbox environment before you do anything. That methodology that you leverage needs to be leveraged in a lot of other methodologies of your life, whether that's going out and collecting intelligence about a mark or somebody that you're surveying. If you're doing investigations, ensure that you're not taking out your machines and your information so that it leaves signatures about what you're doing. A lot of these new investigators and new private investigators and want to be spy, whatever, they don't know how to use zero knowledge applications. They take their own laptops and they sign in a different mechanism so that they can go out and do their investigations. But when surveillance happens and forensics happens and I subpoena all the access logs, I'm able to find out who it was. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Moving on. Anybody in here using Windows? I've already got my script. Again, don't ask any questions unless you want to donate. This is just you to pick up information to take onto your day today. It's a beautiful Monday. So if you have things that you want to take back to your office and say, this is what I learned, this is what it's about. If you ask questions, you better come with a donation of at least $100. Look, I'm not playing today. So here we go. I don't need your money. I'm letting you know this is the business that we're on. Number two, if you're using Microsoft, I want you to understand, if anybody's using Windows, you're definitely not secure at all. Like, I don't even, if I talk to you and you have Windows, I know that I'm never going to talk to you again because you're walking around with an exposed machine. There's nothing secure about Windows. Copilot, if you have Copilot turned on, all of that stuff is compromised. However, here are some things that you need to do. Turn off Copilot. Turn off the ability for audio to be recorded when you are just sitting around because it's collecting information. We live in a world full of AI-infused technologies. And with AI-infused technologies, it has the ability to triage, fuse, and process information that it collects from audio, from your typing, and every other attribute that you've provided. Why is that important? Because a lot of you are wondering, I feel like somebody's in my computer. I feel like somebody knows. Listen, the AI system has already created avatars to go out and intercept what you're talking about and knows exactly how to get under your skin because of the things that you're doing. I'm not saying that they're sitting there listening and say, ooh, I wonder if her nails are butt dirty. No, they don't say that. It's not, don't be simple. All right. Let's be very logical and methodical about how we process this information. What I'm saying is, if you have a Windows machine, you need to keep it up to date. You need to turn off Copilot, and you need to make sure that you turn off all auditing from a technical perspective. And this is not just something you go in and do on a control panel situation. You're going to need to go out and learn the intricacies of the registry, the intricacies of the operating system to do this. Am I teaching that? Absolutely fucking not. We can go through that. I can teach you other things at a later time, but that's not what we're going over today. I'm letting you know that you're vulnerable. And if you have people that you care for, people that are processing sensitive information, people that are trying to get off grid, people that are trying to create a intellectual property valuation for their company, and you're walking around with your Windows machine, you are compromising them because that is compromising the integrity of the conversations that you're having. So what am I also saying? If you have a Windows machine, if you have an Android device, if you run a company and you're a CEO in here, if you're a CEO, you need to pay attention. Number one, if you're talking to anybody about sensitive information and you're a CEO, you need to ensure that you keep all technologies away from those spaces like the conference rooms because those machines are now listening. What we call it is sanitizing. We create sanitized things as well. Right. Be an asset, not a liability. There you go. Now, moving along. Everybody came in here because they saw the crypto, the ZKP, zero knowledge proofing. Today, we're living in a world where governments have now gotten wise to understanding how to lock down on people and their ability to do reverse or identify people who are thinking they're de-identified with the cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is no longer what we thought it was yesterday. Why? Because people have been doing the poorest OPSECs and the poorest practices of keeping their wallets secure. And 99% of you, I'm sure, in this room are using some crypto exchange. If you're using a crypto exchange, here's what I'm going to say, and I mean it with love. You're dumb as fuck. If you're using, you don't want your money. if you're using Coinbase, if you're using Kratom, if you're using all of those exchanges are just other computers that have ties to the United States government and other governments that share the information about the processing. That's what happened when you gave them your ID or you did any. Well, I didn't do any processing. I didn't do any AML. I didn't do any of that. They still know because it's on your computer. You still put in your computer. You still typed in your email address. That's why they didn't ask you for a random identifier. They asked you for something that was related to you. They got your identity. These things are horrible. Why is that? Because it now has identified you. Every transaction, everything you send, everything that comes in, everything that goes out, it now identifies you. So yes, if you got offended, that's okay. You don't have to stay here. Listen, if somebody offends me and I take offense, which I never do, I don't go out and seek offense. I understand the message is for me to grow from. So if you got offended, get the fuck out. I don't care. I don't care. You can't stop me. You can't whoop me. And I really don't give a fuck. So if you're using an exchange, you're dumb as fuck. If you have a family member, a friend, a lover that's using an exchange, they're dumb as fuck. Why am I using such abrasive conversation? Because it's going to resonate with you. You're going to say, I don't want to be dumb as fuck, or fuck that black guy. I don't care. Well, fuck you too. I don't care. You don't need to use an exchange. If you don't want your money, then use an exchange. If you don't care about having privacy, then use an exchange. You're dumb as fuck if you keep using an exchange after this conversation. I mean it. I don't care. You can see it in my eyes. I don't care. I want you to be better. And I don't want people here. Okay? There we go. Yeah. And anybody getting offended, oh, chill. No, you out of here, my nigga. I don't care. Block. Is that serious? So here we go. I want you to be safe. I want you to be better. And if it requires me to communicate to you in a tone and a vernacular that is very abrasive and aggressive, and you just get triggered because you don't know how to fight, I don't give a fuck. Get off of the exchange if you want your privacy. If you want your privacy, get off of the exchanges. What is an exchange? An exchange is nothing but a bank that belongs in a computer on somebody else's system that the United States government and other governments and other rogue people on the darker side of things who are really owning those things. Listen, every single exchange since the creation of cryptocurrency has been hacked. I've been behind 3 of the major investigations. I've also helped some of the crypto exchange creators be more secure when they lost their people's money, billions of dollars. People were sending out hits. I was the guy that they were like, oh, look, man, people are trying to kill me. Can you help me protect me? Yes, I've done both sides. Okay? I've worked on both sides. So I'm not telling you from he's just a lens of, he's being proper. No, I'm the good and the bad guy when it comes to everything I'm saying. So I have the right, the authority, and the agency to say, you're stupid as fuck. So leave. Are you feelings hurt? Anybody's feelings hurt? Let me know. Raise your hand. Say it. I would like you to speak better and with more decorum, please. Say it so I can, let me see who you are. Come on. Come on, let me see. Stand your hands up. Please be more respectful. Let me hear that. Is that what you want? So I can get you the fuck out of here with your sensitive ass. So listen, what's important is that you understand that it's time that you start paying attention, take things very seriously, when it comes to your privacy, when it comes to your freedom. Here is a bit of information and intelligence that I know, all right? We're the weak people. I thought there was weak people. I thought there was people that cared about your feelings. Because y'all can get the fuck out. I'm sitting here for the people that want to get their bags, the people that want to raise their elevation, the people that want to escape this system of control, the nooses that are being tied around your fucking neck every day. I wake up every day and I see new ways that people are getting tied into systems that they can't escape from. So if you are offended, if your panties are in a bunch, if your pussy's farting and your ass is leaking, get the fuck out. I'm here for the people that want to be here, the people that want to be free. If you have your money in exchanges, if you put all of your money in banks, if you put all your money in some investment fund, your 402(1), your fee, they're going to restrict that very soon. They're going to pull the rock. I've already seen it. I'm not talking about premonitions in my dreams and manifestations and meditations. I have clients every day that tell me stuff and they're like, hey, I need you to help me with this situation. Can you help me get out of this? Can you do this? You understand what I'm saying? People don't pay me $1,000 a minute or a retainer service for $5,000. I mean, they don't pay me absorbent amounts of money because I just give it to them while they want to hear it. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. You called me. I did not call you. I don't pay any money in marketing and advertising. Why am I giving you that background? ... That's right, Lord Frank. ... If you know what ... means, And you better not use those two numbers. I'm saying dot, dot, dot. We're hammering in nails. Dot, dot, dot. There we go, Lord Frank. You hear what I'm saying? If you have your money in exchanges, you're dumb as fuck. Okay? But you're not dumb as fuck anymore. Because now you're going to remove it. What do I need to do when I want to remove it? The first thing you need to understand is you need to get a fucking pen and paper. Get a pen and paper. Take notes when people are giving you knowledge. Because I'm giving this to you for free, you're not paying attention to it like you should. You need to pay attention to it. The universe has sent you here. Como estamos, Sydney? The universe is sent here and you can't afford my services. So because you can't afford them, the universe said, hey, you want to get A1 top tier creme de la creme intelligence that nobody's ever going to teach you? Go to Black Alchemy. And you decided to come in here. But I'm not going to give it to you the way you want it. I don't give a fuck how you want it. I'm going to give it to you the way you need it. The way it was given to me. The way I stand on business with everything that I do. Why? Because I don't give a fuck about feelings. You got your pen and papers because it's important that you pay attention to what's being put down right now. If you have crypto inside of exchange, you're dumb as fuck. You need to get your pen and paper to talk about how to get your stuff off. I'm not answering any questions unless you got $100 donations. That's what we're talking about today. Get your pen and fucking paper. Stop asking questions. Just fucking listen, everybody. Just listen. Number one, you can't move your money unless you have your money in a position where it's ready to go. You don't want to give out insights that you're going to be telling people that you're moving things off of the exchange. You need to move in silence. You don't need to go talk about what you're going to do. Stop talking about every move that you make. Stop telling people, hey, you know what, girlfriend, because you're trying to get your dick sucked and you think she cares about your crypto. Shut the fuck up. Be quiet. Go move in silence. Look at the requirements. Look at the contract that you signed. Before you move anything, go to the exchange's privacy policies, the rights, and everything that you sign to see and understand what are the maximum amount of withdrawals. How can I change everything? How can I do these things? If somebody's coming here with the bullshit, dot, 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 and you know the rules. If you tribe, dot, 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 people that don't have please and thank you, or they say, I just sent you a donation. If you ain't say none of that, you ain't got nothing to say. Come in here and pay the fuck attention. What are we talking about? We're talking about if you have your money on an exchange, now is the day, today is the day that you need to start creating a movement and a flow to get your money off of the exchange. Point blank and motherfucking period. Does that make sense? If it's on an exchange and it's under your name, you're going to have to pay taxes on it. Point blank and period. Like, unless you understand how, if you have a good tax lawyer, if you have a good somebody that can actually help you, what I'm saying is it's important that you understand that you've already exposed yourself. So because you've already exposed yourself, take the fucking hit, keep it rolling, and move out of the exchange. You get what I'm saying? Move out of it. You don't need to be on that exchange. I don't care if it's Kraken. I don't care if it's Coinbase. Don't come in the comments asking me, hey, which one? What about this one? This is off the grid. This one is this one. I don't give a fuck about what you think. I'm telling you what I know. Does that make sense? Stop telling people what you think. That's a virus. Well, I know this and I think I know this. Well, then why the fuck you in here? Explain to me, why are you in here if you know everything? Take your humble, know-it-all ass somewhere motherfucking else. That's not what the energy we're dealing with today. It's time to fucking go move and get your bag. The longer you lag behind and listen to the system, you're never going to have your financial freedom. And I need you guys to be financially free so that your generations after you will be financially free. So you can bestow these seeds of wisdom and say, listen, that's bullshit. You need to go learn how to fight. You need to do some push-ups. You need to get your money off the exchange. You need to be financially free. You need to have your currency in your hands. Why am I telling you these things? Because every other system of control is teaching you otherwise. If you have your money in an exchange, you're dumb as fuck. You're one of the stupidest motherfuckers on the planet Earth if you put cryptocurrency in an exchange. Especially, here's why you're dumb. Here's why. Here's why you're dumb if you have your money on an exchange. Because you didn't do your research. Every single crypto exchange ever to exist, every single one has been hacked. Come up on the fucking stage and say, no, well, you're actually wrong. Let me unpack you, break you, fold you, and then origami repack you into a situation of truth. Let me do that to you. Get up on the fucking, oh, well, you know what? My exchange, you're a motherfucking lie. Every last one of them has been hacked. Every last one. Why do I know that? Because I help the owners of the exchange, escape motherfuckers who put out hits on them. I help motherfuckers who were involved in the exchange actually get themselves removed from the internet. I help the people that were doing investigations on the exchanges who got hacked do the investigations. I was the good, the bad, the black, the white, the gray. I'm letting you know, I know each side up. I know I'm right. I am that what you asked for. So now that you understand that, let's move, let's move, let's move. If you have your money on an exchange, it's time to get it out. Today. So get a pen and paper. You need to articulate on a sheet of paper, not on a computer, definitely not on an iPhone. And you don't need to do any of this with your phones around you. Your phones are snitches, especially you silly rabbits that got iPhones still. Listen, I don't respect you if you have an iPhone because you don't respect yourself. You don't respect yourself if you're walking around with an iPhone. You don't respect yourself if you don't respect your privacy. Does that make sense? Today, we're living in a world where our privacy and our existence are codependent and intertwined. If you don't pay attention to your privacy, then you will be ruled by the exploitation of it. Digital identity has everything to do with tying you down to systems and mechanisms with both financial and existential ties. Does that make sense? So if you're not paying attention to your privacy, you are going to be lost, dumb, and blind as fuck. And I won't come to save you. I am not going to come back down here to come save you. Black Alchemy, I got $100,000. Can you come down to hell? I don't give a fuck. I'm rich now. 3 years ago, absolutely, I would have taken your money. Now, I'm doing this for the vibe, as the kids say. I'm doing it for the live. I'm doing it to help you out. I need you to pay attention because what we're talking about is going to save your life. I'm giving you weapons. I'm showing you weapons of how to escape the system that wants to kill, create, and lock down a new cell of existence of all its people, not black, white, or green, all people. You need to understand how this works. You need to get it in your head. If you're on an exchange, get it off. Start to create a list of all the inventories of what you need. What am I saying? When you have Bitcoin, you have Monero, you have all these different meme coins. 99% of those meme coins are tracking tokens. All right? What about this one? Well, what about this one? What about the monkey that's fucking the dog? What about the frog that's eating the syrup? What about this meme coin? You're drinking Kool-Aid. Grow up. Stop being a little bitch. Grow up. Understand that all these toys are just mechanisms to make noise every time you move. So they understand, oh, they got to pull it out so we'll know exactly where they are. Let's pull these motherfuckers right on in. You understand what I'm saying? Do you get it? Nobody's fucking yelling. I'm communicating in a tone and vibration and frequency that resonates with the person that is listening. You're getting uncomfortable. That's why you're like, I think I need to listen. He just called me a bitch. I want to hit him, but you know you won't win, period. You know you don't have the muscles, the wherewithal, the skills. So you need to fucking listen. That's what you need to do. Or you can fucking go. Ah. Now that we've started to create an inventory of all of the different cryptos that we're leveraging, what is important that we do next is start to inventory where we're going to put it. Everybody needs to have their information locked down in situations where other people and other things and other cameras are not paying attention to. Does that make sense? This is your freedom call. This is your freedom. So all of those off-chain coins that you have that require it to be on some kind of network, those are snitching devices. The United States government and other governments have created very intricate ways to track your assets and track who you are through the blockchain that you're intertwined with. Does that make sense? So when you're making withdrawals, when you're engaging with other people, what you're doing is giving information to them about what you're doing. When you say, hey girl, I'm gonna send this over to you because you know what I'm saying, I want to try to get in your draw, you trick ass nigga. But when you try to do that shit, all they're doing is locating where you are. Calm it down. Bring it in, reel it in, tighten it up. Does that make sense? I need somebody to tell me that it makes sense before I keep going. I'm not here for my fucking pride. I'm here for you. So let me know that it makes sense. Say, it makes sense, Jay. You got 5 seconds. 4, 3. Okay, thank you, Lord Frank. Type shit. Y'all think I'm playing with you. What's too much? All right, you can get the fuck out of here. Too much. We ain't got time for it. All right, so listen. This is too much value for y'all to be in here. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. Well, go pay $1,000 for somebody to consult and tell you something that's 15,000% less than what I'm telling you. This is the pure concentrate. This is uncut. It's that pink coat. You don't know nothing about that. Neither do I. I read it in a book somewhere. So, what I need you to understand, more importantly, every cryptocurrency that you have, every single cryptocurrency that you have is a tracking device if it does not leverage some form of zero knowledge proof. It is. Point blank and period. No, and it's built by this, and I met the guy once, and he tickled my fancy. He took me out and got my dick sucked by a tranny, and I'm so grateful for him. He's my God. You're wrong, Jay. Well, then get your weak ass out of this room. There's no reason for you to be here if you know exactly what's going on, because clearly you just like getting fucked. And a lot of you are just conditioned to getting fucked over. We're not doing that no more. We have no time for the fuckery that is afoot. You have to put your foot down on the fuckery. You have to understand and say, you know what? I ain't got time for it. Let me listen to what this brother is saying. He's dropping knowledge and he doesn't give a fuck. He didn't ask me for anything except a donation. I didn't give him shit because I didn't like the way he was speaking to me. Sensitive ass. So now that you've understood that, it's imperative that you start migrating your coins over to an independent wallet. Do not take your coins from one exchange and move them to another exchange that is connected to the internet. What sense does that make? What sense does it make at all? It doesn't make any sense to move your money from the exchange of where your crypto is and then put it on one that is compromised as well. That's taking the condom off and going down to Rosecrans and having fun without condoms. That makes no sense. So what you're going to do is pull out all your crypto from these exchanges and move them into places that is independent of the internet and independent of your ID. If you did KYC, you need to liquidate. But what if I have an investment and I want to make it, it's going to go boom, boom. It's going to go boom, 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 boom. See, look. Tyler, you're fucking canceled, brother. The fuck? You know the rules. So if you've got investments, so you see what Tyler said, I'm gonna bring something up. So those are the infectors. They come in, they look like you, they look like us. Why is it bad to be tracked? Really? Why is it bad to be tracked? Why the fuck are you in here? Because he's a narc. He works for the other side, clearly. And whether that means that you're on paper with him or you've just been infected with that bullshit, it doesn't matter. That's not who I want in this group. That makes sense? So I'm glad I got rid of that virus. Point blank and period. Now, your privacy matters. Listen, if you don't understand how your privacy intertwines with your freedom, say it. Say, please, respectfully, oh alchemist, please share with me, and I will give it to you. With respect, too. If you honestly, sincerely do not know how your privacy intertwines with your freedom, say it with respect and say it with decorum, and I will answer you. But everybody in here should know. You know I got the troll out here. I don't mind getting trolls, stepping on roaches, killing rats. I don't mind it. All right, so everybody understands. Everybody understands. So here we go. Mermaid, you better put a please and thank you if you want what I've got. For real. If you really want it raw, you got to say please and thank you. I don't care how you want it. So here we go. Specifically, every single thing that you do about life, when you buy things, when you interact, when you pay with your money, with the new systems of digital ID and Visa and MasterCard, all of that can be tracked. All of it can be. No, let's remove can. It is tracked. Everything is tracked. Everything right now is tracked. So if I know your patterns and behaviors, if I know what ticks you, if I know that you buy Monostat 7 every 18 days because you wear those tight ass pants made of that cheap ass polyester, and every time you go to this one state, you come back and you have to get antibiotics because that system is still federated. So I can see every one of your prescriptions. I know that you a tight clothes wearing, cheap hoe ass bitch that likes to give the pussy out. You just giving it away. You just giving it away. What kind of information does that do? That creates a profile that people can exploit you. And if you come in here with your email address as your name, you're getting booted too. I don't even like that shit, man. I'm not tolerating none of this bullshit today. I'm ready. I'm with one. I'm on 3 of them. Shit. So if I can create a pattern of your behavior, then I can create a pattern to lock you down. I can say, hey, Monostat 7, I want to ensure that we put this new ingredient inside your stuff. Oh, that sounds crazy, Jay. Does it sound crazy? Does it sound crazy? You must have got the shot because they told you were going to die if you didn't. You must have got the shot. Everybody who thinks I'm crazy must have got the shot. I'm going to die if I don't get it. I need it in my blood, you stupid motherfucker. Now look at you. With tapeworms and dying because of different situations. So let's go back to the conversation without getting off hinged or unhinged. What you need to understand is your privacy is important. Every last one of these meme coins that have come out in the last 10 years have only been designed to track and locate you. Every last person that's created a coin, 90% of the people that created the coins were financed and funded by government organizations by proxy. They don't know it. I just got this weird investor. He gave me $1 billion. What do you think it's for? And you didn't have to give up no ass? You didn't suck no dick for it? Oh, yeah, you got hot. Yeah, so that money's poisoned. And now they have a back door in the system. So every last one of y'all that are using Solana, everything that you do is being tracked. And I'm the crazy one. So let's recap. We talked about the exchanges. If you have your money on exchanges, you're dumb as fuck. But you're not dumb after today. You're going to make conscious decisions to remove your money from these exchanges. You're going to make conscious decisions to ensure that when you move it off of the exchanges, you're going to liquidate the ones that don't make sense. Why do I even have this coin? Because you think it's going to balloon. You think it's going to 25,000x, but you had the KYC and everything else. So if that is the situation, and you have that situation, then figure out a way that you can transfer the money. I'm not going to tell you how to avoid the law because some of y'all are just waiting for me to make a mistake. Oh, I got the nigger. I got to make a fucking mistake. Oh, no, I'm quicker than that, motherfucker. I'm too goddamn quick for you. You wish you could catch me. I see you. I prepare the table in front of my enemies every fucking day. So figure out a way to get your money into another account that doesn't have your ID attached with it. That's as far as I'm gonna go. If you want a consultation, if you want me to help you in your company, if you want me to organize and architect a whole security architect and outfit for you, that's what the fuck I do. And I don't do it the way you want it. I do it the way I want it. And the way I want it is the way is best. So that's why I don't sell myself. I don't have to. The people who know, and they call me anyway. So now that we figured out that we need to liquidate all the currencies, the cryptocurrencies we don't need, we understand that we don't need to have any of our devices associated with any wallet. Now let's talk about the most specific thing. Raise your hand, do a ... 5. If you're paying attention, do a ... 5 if you have a crypto wallet on your phone. Coinbase, Cryptos, Trust Wallet, Mycelium. Give me, you don't have to, if your name is associated with your account, then just say ... 5. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you how I hunt and how people have been hunted in the past. All right, so we got a few people. We're gonna knock out this fucking racist. I love them because I want to show up at some of you motherfuckers' cribs. Y'all think this is a goddamn game. Sometimes I be just being nice. I be pulling up. I used to. I can't do it anymore because I'm famous. I don't get other people to do it. I'm just being serious. I'm just being fucking serious. So, all right. Now, everybody, I want you to write ... 6. You're getting removed because You don't know how to have discipline in communication, KT. Just because you have something to say doesn't mean you need to say it. You need to understand there's an order and a rule to how you communicate here. And if you're offended, you can get the fuck out. I don't give a fuck about your feelings, about your lack of respect for how we communicate on this channel. So, all right, here we go. So the dot sixes, we got dot sixes in here. Now, those people who came in here with the dot sixes, who came and said, listen, I downloaded it from a store. Did you download it from a store, an Apple store or a Play Store? That's 6. That's 7 if you download it from a Play Store. That's 7 if you downloaded it from a Play Store. So nobody downloaded it from a Play Store? I said that's 7. Pay attention to details. Okay, we got a dot 7. All right, so nobody on Instagram downloaded from a Play Store? Your wallets. You didn't download any of your crypto wallets from a Play Store. All right. I'm going to stand up for this because I got energy today. All right, listen. I want you to pay attention. Listen. Can you see me down here? Is that good? I need y'all to pay attention because I'm about to give it to you now. I'm going to show you how criminality works. And I mean government criminality. I'm talking about civilian criminality. Listen, all y'all just put all those 7s and all y'all put those 6. I need to see likes inside the video. Give me some likes, goddammit. This is valuable information. You sitting out here just listening to me, not giving me love. This is going to cause you a transaction. You're going to bleed today. Now, I want to break down your logic so you don't make the mistake 15 times. Nobody in here is a fool. We're masters of our crafts. And because we're masters of our crafts, stay fucking focused, Ketter. You're out of here, man. I don't care about this is not for distractions. Listen, this is how distractions work. Distractions want to say something to get you off center so y'all don't get the knowledge. They know that I'm about to say something that's going to blow away your mind. So a lot of y'all agents are in here and I know it. I know the agents are in here. And I'm showing you how agents work so you know how to negotiate them when you're doing your own thing. Does that make sense? So moving forward, you gave me a dot 7. You told me that you have downloaded a wallet for cryptocurrency onto your phone. Now, all of y'all who have this, do not use a ghost phone, because if you use a ghost phone, we don't use any of those, because here's why. If you go and sign into an email address and that email address is associated with your Play Store, and in that Play Store, you had to put your name, in that Play Store, you had to put a credit card. The reason why they ask you for a credit card is so they can have identity to who you are. It does not take a rocket scientist to de-identify and re-identify who you are based off of the crypto wallet that you downloaded from that store. Am I making sense? Give me a .8 if that made sense. Give me a .8 if that made sense. If it made sense that you have now associated your identity with your crypto, so you got these trust wallets and you got them on. You're like, I'm anonymous, bitch. The hell you are. That wallet is telling everything about the transactions to everybody who's paying to have access to their roster. So if you want to call me out and say bullshit, watch this. Pay attention. If you got Trust Wallet, whatever wallet you got, go to their website, then go to their privacy policy, then search the term sharing, see who they're sharing their information with them. None of them are going to say, we do not share personal information or transaction data. All of them share transaction data. Does that make sense? Nobody gives a fuck about your brokenness. You're broke because you say you're broke. You're broke because you're just a broke motherfucker, creamy boy. You're not even a man. Be a man. Acting like boys. That's why you don't get no pussy. Walking around, hey, I'm broken, huh? Man, get out your mama's basement. I ain't knocking you if you are. I'm just saying, grow the fuck up. So, no, creamy boy, you're blocked. It's in the small print. So, now that you understand that, I'm going to leave the floor open for y'all to show me some appreciation. I won't give you the secrets of which wallets to use and how to download new stuff until I get some appreciation here. That's how this works. I'm holding your ransom. If I don't get anything in the next 2 minutes, that's fine. We can close this motherfucking session. Because if you want to know which wallets to use, if you want to know how to download them, I can show it. But you should be able to deduce without my information how to do it now moving forward. Your wallets, they're tainted. Okay? So now you understand that exchanges are bad. You understand that, hold on. All right. So let's see. We got a donation. Here we go. Let me see how much it was. You're gonna need more for that. I'm gonna need more for a secret. No, I'm gonna need more for a secret. Y'all sending $10. I appreciate you, Darius. I appreciate you, Byram. But for a secret, I'm gonna need more than that. So I appreciate that donation. But listen, if you want to understand the deep depths of insighting, the depths of understanding how to stay off the grid, especially in today's world where we're trying to move off the grid, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I really do appreciate you. I'm not ungrateful. I really appreciate you. Everybody who sent a donation, I really appreciate you. No joking, no games. I sincerely mean it with the depths of my heart. I mean it with the depths of my soul. Thank you so much for sharing your currency with me as I exchange currency with you. That's what we're doing. All right. So here we go. Anybody that really wants to meet me for some larger donations, don't send it on Cash App. Go to Threema and just put it inside of Threema. Tell me how much you want to make, how much you want to send, and we'll go from there. Does that make sense? All right. Now, you've learned 3 things today. If you have your money on an exchange, that means that your identity and the risk of you losing that money is in the hands of the government and the owners of the exchanges. That's what we call exposed. You're too exposed. Your risk, there's too much risk involved in how you're interacting. You're prone to get scammed. Okay? There's no insurance. You have no insurance. So you just put your money on the exchange without insurance. Can you buy insurance? That's another knowledge drop. Yes, you can, but you'll pay a lot of money for it. All right? So let's move on. I appreciate you, Darius. All right, so let's go over it. Oh, all right, so we're going to close this out today unless we have any paid questions. Say no to surveys. Oh, Mario C. Mario C just paid everybody in here. I need to see. Thank you, Mario C. Mario C has unlocked a secret. All right. So Mario C has sent a donation that's unlocked a secret. So I'm going to tell you a secret. I'm going to tell you, he gave me enough for half of a secret. So here's what we're going to do. Everybody say, thank you, Mario C. All right, we got Mario C. I don't know what platform we're on. We're going to show you love here. Look, they're already saying, they're saying thank you inside of the YouTube. Mario C, look at the love they're sending you. Yeah, look at the love they're sending you, Mario C. Receive those blessings, Mario C. That's love to you, man, or woman. I'm not, yeah, okay. All right, so Mario C just sent enough for a piece of information. Oh, I want to look that way. Y'all want to look at my sexy, aggressive ass. Motherfucker. All right, so are you ready? Who's got your pen and papers out? Dot, 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 9. Dot, 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 9 when you're ready to write down the secret. Dot, 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 9 when you're ready to write the secret. Come on, let's focus. All right, we got dot 9s. I need the dot 9s over here. We need the dot 9s over here before we move in. Everybody on the YouTube is doing dot 9s. Let's do some dot 9s over here. I don't like this lag, and we need to move everybody onto the YouTube. It's fast over here. It's much faster on the YouTube. All right, we got dot 9s. Here we go. Write this down. Here's half of the secret. Anybody want the other half of the secret? You're gonna have to send another $111. Here we go. When you figure out it's time to move your money off of the old exchanges or off of the wallets that you need, we're going to use Android as the base right now, because if you're using iPhone, we've already told you, you're dumb as fuck. I have no respect for iPhone users because you don't respect yourself. If you don't respect yourself, that means you don't respect your privacy. I don't care if you get emotional. You didn't buy the iPhone because it's a superior product. You buy the iPhone because somebody told you to. So let's talk about it. Android, I need you to download an app called F-Droid. That's Foxtrot, Delta, Romeo, Oscar, India, Delta, F-Droid, Foxtrot, Romeo, Oscar, India, Delta. I will not repeat that. Dot, dot, 10 if you got it. Dot, dot, 10 if you got the secret of which app to use and which thing to download. Let's do it. Come on, let's do it. Come on. Good, good. We got some good ones over here. Anybody over here learning? Good. When you download F-Droid, you want to make sure that you download it on a new phone, because everything you do on a phone that's already been associated with an email, that already has an email with your Android association with it, it's already compromised. You never want to bring an infection. You never want to bring a cleanliness mindset inside of an infected device. I'm going to say that one more time because I wasn't clear. You never want to bring a clean mindset inside of an infected device. You have to do it the other way. You have to start new, and then you have to move into moving in cleanliness, build in cleanliness, build a security system inside of a new device. If your phone is already compromised, if you already have an iPhone, you've been using it the way that we've been telling you not to, okay? That was the secret. So I'm going to allow somebody to come on stage just because I want to entertain it. I'll cut you off real quick if it's about some bullshit, if you're not paying, with all that stuff. So what you got, Stubborn Sal? Okay, it looks like they didn't want to get on stage. Not a problem. Anybody want to get on stage before we go? Oh, here we go. How can I help you? How can I help you? So I used to be a spy for a three-letter intelligence agency for 20 years. I worked for the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, the National Security Agency, and a few other 4- and 3-letter intelligence agencies. After I did that, I had a situation that took place where my life was really in danger and the government almost left me. Obama left me to high, or let me high and dry inside of Lebanon. When I left that, I went to the dark side, started doing things for darker people, not just darker people, I mean the darker side of existence, like, cartels and all that stuff. And then I said, you know what, that's not how I want to live. And then I worked for a Fortune 500 as a chief information security officer of a small company called Experian, and blew the whistle on them. Then, as a classically trained hacker, I came here and I taught you guys what I know. Groovy, brother. Namaste. You have a good one. Yep. All right. So, anybody got any other questions? If you didn't know my background, you know now. And my receipts are everywhere. JASUN, last name Tango Alpha Tango Echo. Nobody has any more questions? No more insights? Then we're going to go ahead and close this up. We've been on the phone for an hour. It's been a wonderful time. All right, here we got one more person. Oh, no, we don't. It didn't come up. Oh, Greg Grady. How you doing, Greg? Come on up. You're welcome, Classic Chevy. You're welcome, Reggie Williams. Straightforward Enigma. Greg, how can I help you? Oh, I'm loving every moment of this life that I'm living. Mm. Namaste. Namaste. So listen, I'm gonna repeat what that individual, what this person just said, right? No, I don't answer questions. Did you send money? I don't answer questions. Like I'm talking to a cop. I don't answer questions. Listen, here we go. What's important that you understand about everything that I'm saying and everything he just said is this. I'm giving you the secrets of the rich that they will never tell people like you. They will never tell people who don't make $500 or $1 million a year. This is the taxes. Anyway, don't give me that. This is the bracket of existence that I'm giving you the knowledge from. And because it's so concentrated, and because I look like you, some of you are, and I got gold teeth and diamonds in my mouth, you're saying, oh, it's not real because he's giving it away for free. You dumb motherfucker. You're going to go pay $55 from somebody else's Amazon bestseller who's going to tell you that this is the thing to do, but you're not going to listen to somebody that looks like you silly fucking rabbit. I hope you're paying attention. I don't have to be here. The universe says that some of y'all are paying attention and you really need these answers. You need to understand not just how to get the money, you need to understand how to keep the money, how to be independent of the systems that want to influence you to spend the money or to put your identity next to the money. That's not how it works. Claro que sí, claro, exacto. You get what I'm saying? Yes, I'm passionate because I know I need to bring the energy so you can see. I put a lot of energy in putting on a show of being positive and calm and zen. I do a lot of showing to pretend that I'm positive and I'm calm, but I'm a goddamn beast. Hiding in a body, in a frame, in a voice that makes you feel fucking comfortable until I'm tired. So I need you to pay attention. If you're sensitive and you think you have power, you think you can get me off of my center, I like to play with my food before I eat it. Understand that. I play with my food before I eat it. I need you to understand that this is freedom. Somebody come up on stage and tell everybody what you learned so we can close this out and I can go get breakfast and get some coffee. Somebody come up on stage. Show your appreciation by coming on stage and showing people, telling people what you learned. Or not. Anybody? Nobody wants to come on stage? Oh, y'all just want to come on stage and ask? Okay, here we go. Thank you. Come up on stage, Aaron. Thank you. Come up on stage. I just added you on stage. Let's go.
Hey, Jason.
Peace and blessings. How you doing?
I'm fine, and you? All great?
Everything is blessed.
Actually, from work, so here's full nights and so on. I'm a Frenchie following you since at least 2 years. I had sent you a message over LinkedIn and so on. But enough about me. I wanted to say thank you. Since Thursday, I'm following you, saving up, trying to join the school, but challenge very soon. Hopefully, diving into this. I see that you're doing live nowadays for quite some time, and I was actually downloading your videos on YouTube at the time when you were by your own and so on. I still have them somewhere, but thanks a lot. Just kicking for the knowledge, and I really appreciate your vibe because beyond the knowledge, you're really having the alchemist, as you say, point of your spirituality and so on. And even if we make scenes or look like crazy to others, you're just doing the right job. And thanks a lot for young people like me. It's giving a lot of hope. I'm trying to do the same, the best, like aligning and everything that with you. I feel every day like learning and balancing by myself. You know, it's like really perfect coaching and everything. I like your every move. Thanks a lot. And I will donate very soon. I know I'm a bit for now cringe, but I will. You can count on me.
I can count on you. I count on you already. And it's not about your money. It's about you showing up, standing on stage and expressing the truth about how you feel and understanding that you can't always be hard. You can't always be soft. In this world, you have to be able to be versatile. Sometimes I come in with a certain energy. You said you've been following me for 3 years. So you even know that guy 3 years ago is not the guy today. Sometimes I come in poised with the suit on. Sometimes I come in with the skirt show and I let you know, like, yeah, y'all call it drilling. We call it ops. I don't mind going on op. And it's not about showing badness. It's about showing that I have the capacity for it so that you can receive it and understand, oh, he's not teaching me to be meek. He doesn't want me to be passive. He wants me to be fucking capable. And what makes me capable is not just the fact that I'm very, very strong, that I know how to use every weapon that I've ever laid my hands on, know how to shoot almost every gun. What makes me fucking dangerous is I think about how I'm going to get away with it and I don't react. And I'm highly intelligent. So that's what I want you to be. And I can tell that that's what you're doing. So thank you. Namaste, my friend.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. God bless. All right. All right. That was good. I like those. I like those. I like those ones. What's up, human experiment? What you want to talk about? Come on live. Uh-huh. I see you. What you want to talk about? All right. Well, I guess that's it. All right, everybody, we've been here for an hour. This is the way we start our Mondays. We're going to be more resilient. We're going to understand that we're not going to give away information just because somebody asked for it. We're not going to give away our identity just because some system says that we need to give up our identity. We're not going to KYC because it's asking us to KYC. We're going to start thinking about ways to get off of the exchanges, and then we're going to see each other tomorrow. 2121. I see you over there in YouTube land. Peace, blessings, namaste. Stay dangerous. Oh, yeah. All right, y'all. Talk to you later.